Hi, I'm Steve. I'm one of the co-inventors of the Cuddle Cot. I work for a company called Flexmort, and I'm here to show you how to put the Cuddle Cot together and take it apart. So I'll do it nice and slowly. So we start off with the main elements of the Cuddle Cot. You have the unit itself, you have the cool pad, you have the hose, you have the small bottle of biocide, and you have the foil insulation. So first things first, you put the foil insulation into the device, whatever you're using, such as Moses basket or bassinet. On top of the foil, you'd place the cool pad, okay, and then on top of that you'd place sheet or blanket or something similar, and then baby goes on top of that. It's also useful if you put a couple of blankets over baby just to help with the insulation, and it looks very nice as well. So hose, we've designed the hose so it's got two separate ends, so you can't put the Cuddle Cot together incorrectly. You've got the females, you have the males, they simply click together. This end of the hose goes into the unit itself. That's the only hose and only hole available. And just push it in and listen for the click. Your Cuddle Cot is now ready to go. Okay, so what you do, you take the filler cap off, you'd fill the Cuddle Cot up with distilled or purified water till it's round about 1/3 to 2/3 visible in the reservoir. Each time you fill the Cuddle Cot up, we recommend just 2 drops of the biocide, which helps ensure the water stays clear and any leftover water remains clean. Once you fill the Cuddle Cot up, turn the Cuddle Cot on using the on button, and then set the temperature using the downward button to 46 degrees to as low as it can go. If the display is showing 8 degrees, don't worry, that's only in centigrade, so just simply press the Fahrenheit to centigrade button and it will convert it to 46 degrees centigrade. Press the enter button. The Cuddle Cot will kick into life, it will gurgle, and you'll hear the water rushing into the pad. You will have to top up the Cuddle Cot as you go, as the water runs into the pad. Just top it up again with the same water till around about 1/3 to 2/3 of the reservoir. Once it's up and running, place the filler cap back onto the Cuddle Cot. It is now operational. You will see the temperature start to drop within about 60 seconds. Your Cuddle Cot is now operational, and the family it can be taken into the family and used straight away. Okay, so the Cuddle Cot's now been finished with. My advice to you is allow the Cuddle Cot to warm back up to ambient temperature before it goes into storage. This is just to help prolong the life of the cool pads. If it's been up and running for around 24 hours over, everything cold, it can get very brittle. So just allow it to warm up to room temperature if you get the chance. Okay, so what I would suggest you do is simply turn off the Cuddle Cot. The engine or the motor will still be running. This is just the system cooling down on its own. Okay. And it's basically doing everything opposite to what you've done to set up. To disconnect the pad and hose, simply press the blue buttons and the hose will come out. Now, to take the hose out of the unit, this is very, very important. There's a little sticker there telling you where the button is. It's underneath. There's a button just there. Please, please don't pull out the hose on its own. You will damage the system and it will therefore put the Cuddle Cot out of use and cost money to repair. Simply press the button and wiggle the hose and it will come out. Simple as that. When it comes to draining the water out, you can use either the drain key that's in the box supplied, or I personally just tip the water straight out at the top. And when you do tip it out, give the unit a couple of turns just to ensure you get all the water out as best as possible. For taking the water out of the hose, simply press down on the self-locking valves and the water will come out. There really isn't a huge amount of water, so don't be surprised if only a few drops come out. As I say, once it's all warmed back up and dried, pop it into the box It's useful if you just leave the filler cap off as well, which allows the system to dry out while not in use.